Thanks for tuning into Stocks with Antonio. So, Wall Street right now is pretty red, some blood in the streets, and some of you are concerned, and probably that's why you're watching this one. I'm going to be talking about IREN, ticker symbol IREN, and I'm going to be sharing why the price is going down. So, some of you that are holding can see what you want to do with the stock. But I am going to continue to say when the markets are red, when there's blood in the streets, when everything is pulling back, that is a time you want to invest, right? Some of you may not know why you're investing. So, I'm going to share this with you. The reason you want to start investing, and the younger the better, is because you want to try to build wealth. That way, you're not always dependent on a job. If you're watching this and you have a job and you don't have much savings, you're not really investing, you want to change that, right? You don't want to always have to depend on a job. And with how the market's going and with how the jobs report came out today, we saw that unemployment's ticking up. The job market's looking weak, right? Companies right now are laying off people, and companies don't care about you. Let's be honest. They're looking into AI to replace you, and they're just concerned about their bottom line. Now, I'm not saying not to do a good job at your job, right? Still perform at your best and try to get a promotion if you're someone that works for a company. But when you're outside of the job, do things that can help change your future. And one thing that could do that is long term investing. Right now, it's really tough to be short term trading. Right now, it's an opportunity really to be buying companies that you believe are going to be a lot higher 5 to 10 years from now. So, in these pullbacks, these are good entry points that you can get into and dollar cost average as the market pulls back. I have said that I believe March we were probably going to bottom out and maybe start to recover. I originally thought that, but we've been getting a lot of news that may push us further down, right? The jobs report today wasn't good. The jobs market's not good. Inflation's still sticky. It's been going up. We have the war going on. Gas is going up in prices. So we have a lot of things that could drive this market going down that really weren't much of a concern, earlier in the year and stuff. But as time goes by, right, we're getting more news. That's why I'm saying nibble. We don't know how low it's going to go. We don't know how long the sell off is going to continue downward pressure in the market. But even though we got downward pressure, there's some stocks that are running up and that I believe are still going to do well even as the market goes down. They're showing, if you look at the charts, they're showing that they want to go up, right? And some stocks today were actually in the green, even though a lot were not. So we're going to talk a little bit about some of the stocks that I believe are great opportunities that I believe are going to go up. But first, let's talk about IREN. For those of you that have it in your portfolio, I have it in my portfolio, or if you're considering getting it. Right now, there's a massive equity dilution $6 billion plan, right? The announcement came out that they may be offering up to $6 billion, which represents nearly half of its market cap, spark concern among investors regarding dilution. The reason they came up with this plan is because the high capital expenditure. The funding is tied to purchasing 50,000 NVIDIA B300 GPUs, driving up capital expenses up to 3.5 billion, which raises debt concerns. They're also doing a shift in strategies, right? A shift in their strategy. They're changing from Bitcoin mining more into the AI infrastructure, and obviously they're going to be making a lot of investments to that. And the rising of short interest in the stock has increased, indicating a lack of confidence in the immediate future. Now, despite these factors, some analysts view this pullback as a potential buying opportunity. So, some of you that don't have it, IREN not too long ago was above $50 a share, even hit $62 even passed the $62 a share. I believe its 52-week high is pretty close to $80 a share. Now it's pulled back to 36. If they they start getting some new contracts and we get some good news and the market starts to turn around and they have a good earnings, things could turn around for IREN, meaning this could be a buying opportunity. Now, I do believe, so be ready, that this stock could go a little bit lower. There's a lot of downward pressure right now. A lot of people are concerned about the dilution, the spending and the GPUs, right? They're aggressively changing their business model. and more into the AI infrastructure because they were a Bitcoin mining. Now they're switching in it, right? And there's a lot of short interest in it, meaning a lot of people are just looking to make money in it in the short term. But some people believe this company's going to go higher. This is one that is a risky play, and you got to be buying to hold. You may not be able to get out of it right away. And right now, in the market conditions, I wouldn't be doing anything short term. If you're wondering if I'm doing any short term trading, I'm doing day trading. And I don't do this every day, but in the week, when I have time to sit right in front of the computer, I'll get into a call or put, but I'm getting in and out the same day. And this market environment, I don't want to hold anything overnight. I don't want to have anything over the weekend because we don't know what news we're going to get overnight. We don't know what's going to happen over the weekend, and any news that we get is going to impact the stock market. So you got to be paying attention to the news, right? If you're not paying attention to the news, that's not good because anything can come out. It could affect the market either in a positive or negative way. So I wanted to put that out there. Now, one stock that I've been doing shorts about, I've been making videos about is SoFi. SoFi has been maintaining a pretty good between the $18 and $19. And I believe this thing is going to shoot up even though the market's pulling back. It's been getting a lot of attention. The company's doing really well. And I just think this is definitely one to have in your radar. If you want to hear more about it, check out my last videos. I have made some videos about SoFi. Also, I think Amazon's another opportunity. If you haven't been watching, that's an amazing stock that I believe these pullbacks is going to, somebody's going to really reap the benefits. I mean, I already have in my portfolio. So as the stock goes up higher, I'm going to definitely be someone that's reaping the benefits. Also, a lot of you that watch the channel have BBI. BBI is going up, but that is a risky play because unfortunately they haven't been able to increase the revenue. If you see my last video, that's what I talked about. The revenue keeps declining, but they do have a lot of cash and their forward guidance, they do expect to increase that revenue. So it's a risky play. Keep an eye on it. If you are buying anything short term, make sure you're doing a stop loss because if you're not buying long term in this market, you could really find yourself losing more money than you want to. So definitely do that stop loss. But right now in this market environment, what I would be focusing on is good companies that have potential of going up a lot. And if you're wondering what some of those companies are, in my opinion, is SoFi, Amazon, and I'm dollar cost averaging into them. If you want to if you want to learn about more stocks, definitely subscribe to the channel because I make almost a video every day about the stock market and I talk about the stocks that I'm buying. Now, I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm just sharing my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor. So nothing that I say is a suggestion for you buy, hold, or sell. Nothing that I say is financial advice for your portfolio. So don't forget to do your homework and understand that investing does carry risk. If you enjoyed this video, let me know by smashing the like button. Let me know down in the comments below. Are you investing long term? Are you going to take advantage of these pullbacks or are you just selling off and running away? Let me know what you're doing. I love to read what my viewers are doing in the comments below. So if you haven't done that, go ahead and leave me a comment. Also, in the description box, I got some good links in there. If you're someone that wants to learn about the candles, and it's important if you want a short-term trade, you got to learn. You got to start learning a little bit about the charts, the candles, and then there's a link there that could take you to the. I got some flashcards on there, so it shows you candle patterns and what they are on the bottom, and those are things that you can just carry with you because I don't learn everything in one day. I learn over time, so this is just something that you can carry in your pocket. And when you have some downtime, you can look at them and you can, continue to do that till you start memorizing them. Make sure if you are not looking at charts that you start doing that. You can go on TradingView and start looking at the charts. Just start getting familiar with it. So if you are someone that wants to be a day trader or short-term trader, get familiar with the charts over time. If you're not really experienced in charts, I wouldn't suggest too much doing the short-term trading. I would suggest looking for good companies, investing long-term. And what are good companies? So you don't want to invest in small cap companies that are not showing profit, right? Those are higher risk. You want to invest in companies that are showing growth, good forward guidance, are beating their earnings, that you see that they're profitable, right? Like Amazon, Nvidia, These are some of the companies, the Mag 7 basically, are good companies to be investing in. A good ETF. If you're not sure of a good ETF, want to definitely do some research on, could be VUG. That's a good ETF. It tracks the S&P 500, so it's well diversified. These are some things, in my opinion, that are good for long-term investment. But again, it's just my opinion. Hopefully you did find the video helpful, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.